This video is brought to you by TS4U IT Engineering Bootcamp. Are you looking for an IT bootcamp? In your journey with TS4U, you will get workshops and tasks every week, hands-on practice, technical tests and tasks, show and tell, mock interview. And we get paid fully only when you get a job. You can get affordable student loan. Become eligible for free tuition. We offer industry-demanding IT boot camps. Join now and start your IT engineering journey today with TS4U.
So I have second question of Nginx. Which benefits does Nginx offer when used as a reverse proxy server in a load balancing setup?
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, that we tried using HAProxy as the reverse proxy setup in our environment. So that actually added another tool on top of our tool of sea of tools. Okay, so we had so many tools already, and this was added and as another new tool. Okay, so we wanted to keep things simple. So after that, since we saw that okay, Nginx actually has a pretty good reverse proxy option, right? So what we did the HAProxy and kept the Nginx configurations. And since at that time our team didn't want to move to the ALBs and NLBs, so we pretty much stuck to the Nginx and used all of its capabilities like the load balancing and the reverse proxying and basically the web server as well, the static website file sharing that service capability. So whatever we did, we used only Nginx for that. So we had a team that actually knows Nginx well, because all this time we used only Nginx, and they were pretty much well known to the Nginx environment. So whenever a new deployment came in, they knew what to do. Okay, so that actually added in Nginx as our priority list, that okay, let's try to do everything with Nginx. Since we are already using it, let's try to use it for the other use cases as well. So that's how we actually didn't use the ALBs or NLBs. And at that time we had the classic load balancers for AWS as well. Okay, so we actually didn't go for any of those because these were our dev environment, so we didn't want to spend much on the dev environment. So we just got stuck with the Nginx as our all-in-one tool that actually served our front end, that acted as the reverse proxy to proxy the request, like backend request to the different backends. So we had a microservice architecture, right? So from one front end, we had different microservices to reach. So whenever some request needed to go to one of the services, Nginx actually did that with its reverse proxy configuration. And if we actually needed to do the load balancing for the front end and backend servers, we just added a new Nginx server in the middle, and that actually acted as the load balancer. And that actually was pretty good for us, since this was a dev environment and we didn't have any downtimes as of now.